there is a sad update about Rey Mysterio's current condition after he was legitimately injured on SmackDown. Of course, this happened in a match against his fellow LWO member, Santos Escobar. Some fans thought this was staged. It was all part of a script, but it turns out that the Rey Mysterio injury on SmackDown was 100% real. This was not part of a script. This was a serious injury, and that is why the WWE doctor was attending to him when they came back from commercial. But then SmackDown went off the air, and fans weren't sure what happened to Rey Mysterio. Is he okay? Well, the injury that Rey Mysterio suffered was to his head. And in athletics, there are a lot of precautions taken to protect the head of an athlete. And for wrestlers, obviously, they need to be very careful in the ring and make sure to never actually hurt their opponent. But unfortunately, it seems that Santos Escobar did hurt Rey Mysterio, and it is very serious. Now, according to reports, Rey Mysterio told the WWE doctor at ringside he did not want to stop the match, that he wanted to keep going and finish the match as scripted, where Rey Mysterio was supposed to be pinned by Santos Escobar in the middle of the ring. WWE doctors told Rey, "We saw you stumble in the middle of the ring after you got hit in the head. We think you may have a concussion or something even worse than that." So basically, WWE blocked Rey Mysterio from continuing in the match, because Rey would have continued in the match and go to the scripted finish, but WWE doctors were looking out for the health of Rey Mysterio because it was very scary. After he got kicked in the head and the flying forearm to the head, he couldn't stand up. He would try to get up and then he would fall back down. And then finally, he had to stay down and communicate with the referee and Santos Escobar and say, "Hey, I'm really injured here. I'm in a bad situation. What do we do?" Rey Mysterio was in a dire situation in the middle of that ring. So now fans are wondering, what is the current condition of Rey Mysterio? Is his WWE career over forever, and he will be forced to retire due to this injury? Will he ever be the same? So right now, let's get to the update on the current condition of Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is nearly 50 years old, and he knows that he has to be extra careful when he's in the ring, because obviously the older you get, the more susceptible you are to injuries. And obviously the older you get, the more damage an injury can do to you. And that damage could be life-altering in a very, very bad way. There have been questions about, should Rey Mysterio hold any ill will towards Santos Escobar? You know, how could a fellow LWO team member who stands side by side with Rey, why did it have to be him to do this to Rey Mysterio? This was not some type of bitter feud. These were two friends in a wrestling match together, and they thought it was going to be great. Instead, it turned into a nightmare. According to insiders, Rey Mysterio does not hold any ill will or hard feelings towards Santos Escobar. Rey believes it was just an accident, an unfortunate accident. And when this injury happened, some fans wondered, when Rey Mysterio was down on the canvas and the WWE doctor was examining him, and it looked like a very serious situation, why didn't Rey Mysterio's son, Dominik, run to that ring and find out what was going on with his dad? Now, Dominik Mysterio has not been getting along with his dad, Rey Mysterio. So why would he even care about his dad getting injured? Well, some fans believe that that was a moment for Dominik to see what is really important in life. And your father needs to be made important in your life. And in that moment, he should have ran to the ring and been by his father's side. Instead, he stayed in the back, and there were reports that Dominik was indeed backstage at SmackDown as he was going to wrestle in a dark match. But Dominik stayed in the back, and one of the major updates on Rey Mysterio that his current condition is dire. This is because after SmackDown, he was taken to a hospital, and he is still in the hospital due to the head trauma he suffered at the hands of Santos Escobar. And the fact that he's been in the hospital this long is obviously not good. And many have wondered, is this the time for Dominik Mysterio to finally forgive his father and Dominik's girlfriend, Rhea Ripley, to do the same thing? Can they both find it in their hearts to forgive Rey Mysterio for whatever they feel he did to them? It is possible that Dominik and Rhea do feel bad, because right now, Rey Mysterio is laying in a hospital bed, unsure of his future. What about his WWE career? What about the rest of his life? Will he ever be the same? Well, the severe head trauma that he suffered is what is keeping him in the hospital. Doctors are unsure of when he will be released. Right now, they are doing a battery of tests on Rey Mysterio to find out exactly what is wrong. Is it a severe concussion, the kind of concussion that can end careers? Or is it something else? Is it something even more serious? This is why fans are hoping that Dominik and Rhea make the right decision and put their differences with him aside and show their support for him in this troubling time. And right now, in the hospital, Rey Mysterio is surrounded by his family, minus Dominik. His daughter Aaliyah is by his side, as well as his wife. Rey Mysterio probably feels blessed right now, having his loved ones with him. But also, he must feel bad about his son not being there. Rey only has one son, and that's Dominik, and he's not there by his side as Rey goes through the most difficult time in his life when it comes to an injury. What are your thoughts about Rey Mysterio getting injured on SmackDown? And what are your thoughts about Rey Mysterio in the hospital and whether Dominik and Rhea should forgive him? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification and check out our new YouTube channel, Wrestling News Now Insider. Click on the link to visit it now, and you will get brand new exclusive videos.